It's 10% of the finished property, and that's the budget you should stick to.
Very valuable information. I mean, that's something that I didn't know. Again, I'm not, because I've got an investment property myself, but it's a unit. Probably not there isn't so much that you can do in renovations. You are a lot more limited to renovations with a unit than you are with a
It's a good starting point, though. Apartments are a good starting point, because I wish I actually started with an apartment, because you just got to worry about the kitchen, the bathroom, maybe the floorboards and the carpet and the blinds and some paint, maybe an air conditioner if you don't already have one. And you just got to, that's it. You just got to worry about the internals, and it's a really, really good starting point if people are wanting to try their hand at renovating and they haven't done it before, because it's less trades you've got to think about, it's less stuff you've got to project manage. Generally a house is bigger, so there's going to be a lot more work, plus you've got the outside to think about, so it's a longer drawn out process.
And I feel as though it's also good to something that we live by here is building the network around you, is build a good relationship. I'm sure a lot of people out there know a builder of some sort. They're friends with them or related to them somehow. But have a good relationship, I feel, with a builder. That would give you the best advice, because there are going to be a few people out there that will tell you need everything, absolutely everything, and again, you're out of pocket, and what for? And when the revaluation comes around, was it worth all that money? Did you get conned into believing that it was the right time? I feel as though that's very important. There are a lot of sharks out there. It's the same in any industry. There's a lot of sharks out there, but being in the property industry, you've got to be very careful, because you are playing with large amounts of money at a time, and especially as in investors, we're investing because we don't have an endless supply of money. So let's just be diligent on that, on who you're dealing with, and make sure that they are trustworthy, and build a relationship with them first, I feel. So you can take away as much information, just like these podcasts, for example. Just ask what is in the process. What happens if something gets damaged while being repaired or whatnot. Who's liable for that type of stuff. Because it's always good to know. That way you can also project your figures before you even begin your renovation. But again, this is a little bit more complex, I feel. Like going back to the start of what we spoke about, it's all about the simple stuff. Look for the simple fixes and try to spend the least amount of money.
I think that last part where you said about the first part you said about building those relationships, where that's probably one of the most important things in a renovation, no matter the size of it, whether it's just a small apartment renovation or something that you're doing on a large scale where you're spending up to $100,000. Building that team is paramount, because you can get ripped off so easily with trades, and you're only as strong as your team when it comes to renovating, and you need to build that team. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is if you get in there and just do it. And you've just got to keep building your team. And what will happen is that you'll do, and if you do good business with some good trades, you'll be able to keep them. As long as you're good to them, you pay them on time, you give them decent amounts of work. And if they can see that you are a regular property investor, they will want to keep you happy, because they will see that ongoing work with you. You're going to run into some bad tradies, like it always happens. It still happens to me till this day. But the best thing that you can do is, just push past them and accept the fact that you're going to keep running into these bad people. And eventually, after years of renovating, you will have a great team under you that you can just call at any time, and they will pick up the phone straight away, because they know that you're an avid property investor. So more so, the people that really do get ripped off are generally the people who are owner occupiers, who are buying the one property probably once every 20 years, so they haven't built up any relationships with any trades. So what happens is, those people tend to get ripped off quite easily, because they're renovating on emotion, not on a business mindset. So, you want to deal with trades for the long term, So you want to build those relationships so you can pick up the phone at any time and you've got these people to lean on whenever you need to get work done.
Fantastic. Well, that's going to wrap us up for another episode, guys, but we hope you can take away some form of information from that. If you need to contact us, we're available 24/7. Our email is info@luxland.com.au. You can contact us any day of the week as well, and we will get back to you straight away as well. Any questions, queries, consults, anything, we're here to help. So thanks very much for listening again, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.